So, if you've ever wondered how you get a heater matrix out of a Morris 1100, take the seats out is the first step, and on my one, the only way I could get access to a number of the bolts was to then remove the under dash glove box, that parcel shelf that runs the entire length. Once you've taken that out, you can then get to the access bolts, which are there as a support bracket. Goes in just there, and the bolts run all the way through, believe it or not, up under the driver's side, up, you can't really see very well in there, but up there. So then you get that leaves you with the whole unit out. Okay, so that's how that comes out, not without faffing. Obviously you've got to undo all of the connecting cables, electric connection, and get into the screws that held the dash in, not the dash, the parcel shelf up there, behind where the ashtray would usually sit. You have to go in and up to get to those up there, which you can't really see even from here, the holes. I've got no idea I'm going to get them back in again, because I had to be like an octopus to get them out. Actually, you can see them through where my stereo blank is. If you look through, right at the back there where all those wires are, is where the two screws secure a little plate that holds the dash up. That's it there. If I spin round, those there, you see. So that was quite interesting. So I was really hoping to find the hoses would be the problem. Typically you usually find one of the hoses is just popped off or something like that, but that was what I was hoping to find, or a split hose, but no, it doesn't appear to be the hoses. I couldn't see anything wrong with those at all, which you can see I've just got it sat there now dripping dry. So I think probably the matrix is busted, but at the minute I'm flushing it through and I can't honestly see where it's leaking. So I'll just show you it being flushed through. Zip round the corner. So there it is being flushed as we speak. So as you can see, a considerable amount of sludge still coming out of that. Bearing in mind how many times I've flushed this car through now, it's crazy. That was obviously completely blocked up. The reason I've got it pointing upwards like that, aside from making a nice big mess around the side here, the reason it's up like that is so that it's pushing the water up through the matrix, rather than flowing around it in a normal pattern. So in the hope that it will push through any sludge that's in there. But what I need to do is I need to clear that out of sludge once and for all. And then I need to pull it out and probably submerge it, I think, in a bucket of water to see if I can see any holes. You should get some air bubbles if you block the two ends up, and quickly submerge it in some water. You usually can see a little set of bubbles where there's a hole. And if it's just a little pinhole, I should be able to solder it or weld it or maybe even crimp it. We'll see if it's just a tiny little pinhole. But realistically, I need probably a new heater matrix. Which is a bit of a disaster because today's Tuesday and the show's on Sunday. So unless I can get hold of a whole new heater unit complete with a matrix, or get a matrix delivered in time, realistically I'll need it at the latest by Friday morning. So not looking good now, to say the least. But I've got an MOT, so I'm halfway there. It's just finding out what I can do with this heater. So I shall keep you posted. I'm going to keep moving that into different positions, putting the hose different, disconnect it and put it on the other port, flush it back through the other way. Keep moving the heater unit around into different angles to try and get all corners of the matrix. You don't do that until it comes out clean on one end. You can see at the minute it's still coming out with a tinge of orange.